In the vibrant heart of Korea, a tale of iron and steam unfolds, marking a nation's journey from tradition to modernity. The story of Korea's first railway is not just about the tracks laid, but the hope and unity forged along the way. In the late 19th century, Korea was a land of tradition, yet on the cusp of modernity. As the world raced toward technological advancement, Korea, then under the Joseon dynasty, found itself contemplating the transformative potential of railroads. This was a time when steam engines and steel tracks began to symbolize progress across nations. Though railroads promised progress, they also posed challenges to Korea's deeply rooted customs and landscapes. The Joseon court debated fiercely over the potential disruptions these iron roads might bring. Yet a growing faction within the court saw the opportunity to use railroads as a beacon of progress to strengthen Korea. As plans for the railway began to materialize, foreign interests eyed Korea's untapped potential. The decision was made to construct the Gyeongin Line between Incheon and Seoul, the first railway in Korea. This ushered in a new era, facilitated by both domestic innovators and Japanese advisors providing technical know-how. Despite enthusiasm, the railway project faced logistical hurdles, from rugged terrains to political tensions. Local farmers worried about land expropriations threatening their livelihoods. Stories circulated of spirits angry at their earth being disturbed, a cultural belief deeply rooted in the Korean psyche. Through sweat, negotiation, and persistence, the Gyeongin Line started taking shape. Bridges and tunnels emerged from the untamed Korean wilderness, marvels of engineering created by determination and compromise. The railway became not just a project, but a symbol of Korea's potential to engage with global advances. The day of the inaugural journey arrived, and with it, a mix of anticipation and trepidation. Citizens gathered, garbed in colorful hanbok as the steam engine prepared for its maiden voyage. As the train rolled forward, cheer erupted, a step toward innovation and Korea's place in a swiftly modernizing world. As the Gyeongin Line became operational, Korea's cultural landscape began to evolve. Trading intensified between Seoul and nearby ports, facilitating cultural exchanges and economic growth. However, the shifting currents of influence posed challenges as Korea navigated a delicate balance between tradition and innovation. The symbolism of modernity offered by the railway was not lost on Korea's youth, who now sought to travel the world, harnessing new opportunities. Schools began to inform students of modern sciences, incorporating studies that would prepare the future generation for broader horizons. Yet not all were enamored by rapid transformations. There were pockets of resistance, with some believing that the increased influence of foreign technologies threatened Korea's autonomy. This internal conflict persisted, echoing voices both heralding and decrying changes. Amid these challenges, the railway symbolized unity for Koreans combating external pressures through internal fortitude and resilience. It was a reminder of Korea's ability to adapt and redefine itself without discarding its cultural bedrock, illustrating the nation's enduring spirit. With the spread of the railway, changes in everyday life were profound and wide-reaching. Cities transformed, with Seoul burgeoning into a hub of commercial prowess and cultural confluence. The once distant became accessible, shrinking distances and forging new connections. However, unforeseen consequences also arose. Migrations from rural to urban areas accelerated, altering family structures and rural economies. While some prospered, others faced hardships as societal shifts left them in a precarious position, balancing old traditions against new societal demands. Despite the challenges, rail connectivity reaffirmed a national identity that was both unique and globally aware. Connectivity on rails facilitated the exchange of ideas and wealth, entwining Korea's identity with diverse influences, yet celebrating its singular cultural tapestry. For decades to come, railways became arteries of development, underpinning industrial expansion and reinforcing societal resilience. The once discussed Iron Road became Korea's lifeblood, continually guiding the nation towards its future, while reminding all of the journey, both literal and metaphorical, it embarked upon. As railways became a staple of Korean development, they reinforced cultural exchanges both domestically and internationally. Sharing ideas in a rapidly industrializing world, Korea's embrace of railways restored old alliances and carved new pathways in international diplomacy. In reflecting on the first steam engines to weave through Korea, the nation found it had retained its core values even as it stood on worldly stages. The journey of the Gyeongin Line was more than transportation. It signified Korea's evolution and its internal resilience, a story celebrated for generations.